Yo, stop lying to yourself. It's always next week, next month, tomorrow. Your future self is not built by what you do in the future. It's built by what you do today. So stop lying to yourself. Waiting until next week is BS. People in shape didn't make no excuses of saying they're gonna wait next week or tomorrow. They took action. They took the steps to get it. Ain't no waiting for this, man. You either want or you don't. Stop the BS. Listen, you can start small, but start today though. You can start by throwing a junk food out, whatever junk food you got in there. You can start with that. That's the first thing you can start with. Instead of I'm gonna finish this and then I'm gonna start eating clean. No, 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 no. You start by moving energy and you put the energy in motion. You start with taking all the bad stuff out your cabinets, out your refrigerator right now, and you start with that. Boom. You know what? You're gonna be like, man, I'm hungry. I ain't got nothing to eat. You look in there, and I'm gonna go grocery shopping. Let me get some healthy foods. Bam. See? That's by starting right now. You get what I just did right there? So just start right now. But you can, man. Whatever health thing you got healthy, man, start eating that, bro. You know what I mean? Just make small decisions every single day to do that. And that way you don't gotta worry about motivation. You already got the systems, you know what I mean? A lot of times people weak, man. I could be weak too sometimes if I have bad food in my fridge or bad food in the cabinets. You know what I mean? So just making certain things like that, get that out your house. It's harder for you to mess up, you know? We all are addicts. We all been addicts for eating bad food, fast food, sugary foods, and things like that. We trying to shake that addiction. I call being overweight as a addiction. You have to look at it as an addiction. So you can't be motivated all the time to fight this addiction. You have to go through it when you don't feel like it. When the bad food's calling your name, the emotional. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go too deep. I can, but I don't want to go too crazy for the sake of this video. I'm just trying to get you to start BSing with yourself. You know what I mean? So start with the small things, man. Small wins every single day. Build you with some systems and watch you be leaning in no time. You got to start waiting on motivation, man. Motivation come and go. You got to be disciplined. You got to really want this for you, bro. You got to have a why. You got to have a plan to execute what you need to do. You can't wait on motivation. You cannot depend on it. Motivation will never stick, bro. This is a long process, and you can't use instant gratification. So that's why motivation is non-factor to this lifestyle, bro. You got to tap in. You got to eat lean. You got to be lean. You got to make it your identity. So when you use motivation, man, one day you ain't gonna feel good, bro. One day something gonna happen, but you gotta persevere and stick through it because at the end of the day, numbers don't lie. If you go up your maintenance calories 3 days in a row, you're gonna gain weight. Simple as that. So you can't rely on motivation, man. With this right here, you have to go off. I bet I'm not cutting it out. If you go off motivation, you're just gonna be doomed from the start because this is a steady pace going up. You know what I mean? Of course, sometimes you might slip, but you ain't gonna slip that much. What you might slip over, eat extra 500 calories. You know what I'm saying? Eat something you're not supposed to. That happens. But at the end of the day, you got to be consistent. And motivation is just not consistent. You know what I mean? Think of how many times you motivated, bro. Think about all the times you're not motivated and you eat bad. You're gonna be just maintaining by then. So start waiting on motivation. Wait, motivation is not gonna work on this journey. I'm gonna let you know that right now. That's why I got at least 10 before and after pictures because I was using motivation. And then the before and after from the beginning, at first, there wasn't even all of that. Like I just lost weight. I didn't have this crazy abs and V cut like I do now. So it's not the same. Why? Because I pushed past through motivation. That's what you got to do. Honestly, bro, be consistent. Not perfect. Nobody's perfect, but be consistent every single day. Every single day. Be consistent with eating your foods, bro. You just eat your food that you prepped every single day consistently, and it's gonna happen, bro. Like, say, for example, if you meal prep and you ate your food or you forgot a food one day, but then the next day you ate really, really good, you know what I'm saying? You made up for that. That's called consistency, not perfection. Or say, for example, you slipped up and you ate one fucking honey bun because you was weak. You know what I mean? But you ate all your meals, but you ate that honey bun. It's not perfect, but it's consistent. Is it possible that you know your calories intake? I don't know. You know that, not me. But the next day you may say, not gonna do that mistake again. And you're gonna still lose weight and get the best body of your best body because you're still consistent with what you're doing, what you said you're gonna do. By the average person, they eating 4 honey buns or they eating a honey bun with McDonald's on the side. You know what I'm saying? So that's obesity. You know. So if you weak and you eat that honey bun, I say to say like you still could be consistent with it and you can still progress and move forward to the person you're trying to become, and that's to be lean. On this journey as well, you have to track your progress. Go in the mirror right now and take your before pictures. Take that shirt off, bruh. Take your photo from the front, side, and the back. Track that. It's gonna give you a little dopamine motivation as well, because you put that out there, and then time gonna go regardless, bro. Time gonna go regardless. Just track it. Just track your calories. Like, you know what I mean? Just as a homework for you guys, just track it for 1 week. So you can get an idea of how much you actually consuming and eating, because some people feel like they're not eating as much. But when you start putting those numbers in, and numbers do not lie, you will see how much you're eating. Like visually see, like, dang, this is crazy. Now wonder I'm gaining weight. Now wonder I can't lose weight. And now wonder all that extra cardio that you be trying to do to make up for eating bad is none and void. You know what I'm saying? The cardio ain't even, you might as well you couldn't even do the cardio. You know what I'm saying? So track your progress. It keeps you accountable and lets you know how much you're eating. And you know for sure that you're gonna lose weight. And if you do that without motivation, you discipline to do that, and you see that number, hit that number target, like for a fact, guaranteed you're gonna lose weight. And that's the beauty of tracking your progress. You know what I mean? So when the motivation dies down and you got the habits of just tracking it and put it in there, you get in shape. And then you do this for a while, like you don't even have to start tracking it anymore because it makes it your identity. But if you feel like you start slipping, you know what you do? Get back tracking your calories. You know what it works. You know what I'm saying? You know what it works instead of just playing a guessing game. And the guessing game is always wrong. You know what I mean? If you guessing, that's at least 50% chance you're getting it wrong because you're guessing. At least. But if you know what you're doing by plugging it in, it's going to be 100% correct. So stop guessing and start tracking. You want to protect your habits at all costs. Protect your habits. What habits is going to set you up for success? Build you a habit. Map out a plan that you feel like you can stick with and do. You know what I mean? I don't know your daily schedule. Your daily schedule is probably not even much as busy as mine. I'm gonna be honest with you, but hey, um, if you especially if you're working 40 hours a week, like I don't want to hear none of that. You know what I mean? We over 65, 70 plus hours over here grinding, but that's another story. But your habits, you protect your habits at all costs, you're gonna be setting up for yourself. So different habits like that for me is getting up early. I do intermittent fasting. I wait till 12 to eat. So I make sure that's a habit of not eating till 12. Why? So I can save my calories for the rest of the day. Protect that. I don't care how hungry you get at 10 in the morning. Don't eat. That's your body cleaning and healing itself. You know what I mean? That's you eating that fat out the way. You eating it. You're in a fasted state. You're more clear and you're less tired when you're not eating as well. Protect that. That's my habit. You don't gotta be your habit. If you strong enough to fight the urges for a few hours of not being hungry so you can save calories for the later, I mean that's you. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I do. That's a habit. Protect that. Protect it of habits say for example, you cook your foods every day. That's a habit. Protect that at all costs. Or you can make a habit waiting on Sundays to cook and meal prep your whole food for the week. That's your habits. You have to protect that. You got to protect that at all time. So you protect the habits you do on a daily basis to get lean. You're gonna get that. Don't let nobody, a person, or a thought to like decipher you from that. So you can start today, write down the habits you know that you could do with your lifestyle, the hours you put in at work, family time, and protect that and do it. It's you. Anybody could get lean, man. All it is just not over consuming food at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Not over consuming food. That's how you get lean and keep your protein high. You can do that. If you got time to overeat, you got time to undereat. Does that make sense? So protect your habits at all costs, and you for sure gonna get lean. Listen, man, the payoff of all this is you stop feeling weak. lazy, and disappointed in yourself. You start building confidence. You start building all that energy up and knowing you can do this and do that, man, just by being lean. You unlock so much stuff, and that's the payoff. So stop waiting till next week, bro. That's BS. Start today to get the body of your dreams and the body of your woman dreams. She can love and touch on. Trying to tell you, it feels good to be a woman fantasy than somebody just paying for this and paying for that. That ain't never been me. Be that girl fantasy, man. And be the had a body of dreams that you always want. And you're not about the women, but build that up for yourself, man. And watch how life change. Waiting till next week is BS. Hey man, if you like this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share it. I'm Ready Lee. I'm out.